humbled. Verb, to defeat or reduce the power, independence, or pride of. Adjective, usually qualifying a first-person pronoun. Grateful for the support of others. Touched, honored, flattered. Verb, of an animal, to remove the horns. To poll, emails. Noun, a system for transferring messages from one computer to another, usually through a network. Verb, to send an email or emails to. Noun, enamel, programming. Verb, to enter a program or other instructions into a computer or other electronic device. To instruct it to do a particular task. Noun, the designing, scheduling or planning of a radio or television program. Attic. Noun, the space, often unfinished and with sloped walls, directly below the roof in the uppermost part of a house or other building. Generally used for storage or habitation. Maker. Noun, someone who makes, a person or thing that makes or produces something. Install. Noun, installer, a software utility that installs an application. Verb, to connect, set up or prepare something for use. Access. Noun, a way or means of approaching or entering, an entrance, a passage. Outstanding. Verb, to resist effectually, withstand, sustain without yielding. Adjective, prominent or noticeable, standing out from others. Attributes. Noun, a characteristic or quality of a thing. Verb, to ascribe something to a given cause, reason, etc. Centimeter. Noun, an SI unit of length equal to 10 to 2 meters. Symbol, cm. Option. Noun, one of a set of choices that can be made. Verb, to purchase an option on something. Hurricane. Noun, a severe tropical cyclone in the North Atlantic Ocean, Caribbean Sea, Gulf of Mexico, or in the eastern North Pacific off the west coast of Mexico. With winds of 119 kilometers per hour, 74 miles per hour, or greater, accompanied by rain, lightning, and thunder that sometimes moves into temperate latitudes. Decides. Verb, to resolve, a contest, problem, dispute, etc. To choose, determine, or settle. Dishonest. Adjective, not honest. Cloud. Noun, a rock, boulder, a hill. Verb, to become foggy or gloomy, or obscured from sight. Lifeguard. Noun, a bodyguard or unit of bodyguards. A guard of someone's, especially a king's, life or person. Policies. Noun, a principle of behavior, conduct, etc., thought to be desirable or necessary, especially as formally expressed by a government or other authoritative body. Verb, to regulate by laws, to reduce to order. Noun, a contract of insurance. Dishonest. Adjective, not honest. Relieving. Verb, to ease, a person, person's thoughts, etc., from mental distress. To stop someone feeling anxious or worried. To alleviate the distress of. Noun, a change in color, texture, etc., that relieves monotony. Adjective, that brings relief. Same. Adjective, not different or other, not another or others, not different as regards self. Selfsame. Identical. Pronoun, the identical thing. Ditto. Interjection, indicates the speaker's strong approval or agreement with the previous material. Extended. Verb, to increase in extent. Adjective, longer in length or extension. Elongated. Final. Noun, a final examination, a test or examination given at the end of a term or class. The test that concludes a class. Adjective, last. Ultimate. Left. Noun, the left side or direction. Adjective, the opposite of right, toward the west when one is facing north. Adverb, on the left side. Boolean. Noun, a variable that can hold a single true, false, 1/0 value. Adjective. Of or pertaining to the work of George Boole. Humbly. Adverb. In a humble manner. Chew. Noun. The act of chewing. Mastication with the mouth. Verb. To crush with the teeth by repeated closing and opening of the jaws. Done to food to soften it and break it down by the action of saliva before it is swallowed. Moments. Noun. A brief, unspecified amount of time. Rents. Noun. A payment made by a tenant at intervals in order to occupy a property. Verb. To occupy premises in exchange for rent. Noun. A tear or rip in some surface. Conversation. Noun. Expression and exchange of individual ideas through talking with other people. Also, a set instance or occasion of such talking. Verb. To engage in conversation. With. Shin. Noun. The front part of the leg below the knee. The front edge of the shin bone. Shin bone. Verb. As. Shin up. To climb a mast, tree, rope, or the like. By embracing it alternately with the arms and legs. Without help of steps, spurs, or the like. Dates. Noun. The fruit of the date palm. Phoenix dactylifera. Somewhat in the shape of an olive. Containing a soft, sweet pulp and enclosing a hard kernel. Noun. The addition to a writing, inscription, coin, etc., which specifies the time, especially the day, month, and year, when the writing or inscription was given, executed, or made. Verb. To note the time or place of writing or executing. To express in an instrument the time of its execution. Simplification. Noun. The act of simplifying or something that has been simplified. Parade. Noun. An organized procession consisting of a series of consecutive displays, performances, exhibits, etc., displayed by moving down a street past a crowd of spectators. Verb. To march in or as if in a procession. Disconnected. Verb. To sever or interrupt a connection. Adjective. That is no longer connected. Speech. Noun. The faculty of uttering articulate sounds or words. The ability to speak or to use vocalizations to communicate. Verb. To make a speech. To harangue. Paint. Noun. A substance that is applied as a liquid or paste, and dries into a solid coating that protects or adds color to an object or surface to which it has been applied. Verb. To apply paint to. Music. Noun. A series of sounds organized in time, employing melody, harmony, tempo, etc., usually to convey a mood. Verb. To seduce or entice with music. Photo shoot. Noun. A session in which a photographer takes a number of photographs of a person or group of people. Spoken. Verb. To communicate with one's voice. To say words out loud. Adjective. Relating to speech. From. Preposition. Used to indicate source or provenance. His. Pronoun. Honorific alternative letter case form of his. Sometimes used when referring to God or another important figure who is understood from context. Pronoun. That which belongs to him. The possessive case of he. Used without a following noun. Clip. Noun. Something which clips or grasps. A device for attaching one object to another. Verb. To grip tightly. Implies. Verb. Of a proposition. To have as a necessary consequence. Sparkling. Verb. To emit sparks. To throw off ignited or incandescent particles. Noun. Act or appearance of something that sparkles. A sparkle. A gleam. Adjective. Of an object. Reflecting light as if giving off tiny sparks. Ban. Noun. Prohibition. Verb. To summon. To call out. Eggs. Noun. An approximately spherical or ellipsoidal body produced by birds, reptiles, insects and other animals, housing the embryo during its development. Verb. To throw eggs at. Verb. To encourage, incite. Renowned. Adjective. famous, celebrated, or well-known. Steamed. Verb, to cook with steam. Adjective, cooked by steaming. Indoor. Adjective, situated in, or designed to be used in, or carried on within, the interior of a building. Investments. Noun, the act of investing, or state of being invested. Ridden. Adjective, full of. Verb, to transport oneself by sitting on and directing a horse. Later also a bicycle, etc. Something. Noun, an object whose nature is yet to be defined. Verb, applied to an action whose name is forgotten by, unknown or unimportant to the user. E.g. from words of a song. Adjective, having a characteristic that the speaker cannot specify. Adverb, degree, somewhat, to a degree. Pronoun, an uncertain or unspecified thing. One thing. Colors. Noun, the spectral composition of visible light. Verb, to give something color. Advantages. Noun, any condition, circumstance, opportunity or means, particularly favorable to success, or to any desired end. Verb, to provide someone with an advantage, to give an edge to. Explanatory. Adjective, intended to serve as an explanation. Posts. Noun, a long dowel or plank protruding from the ground. A fence post. A light post. Verb, to hang a notice in a conspicuous manner for general review. Noun, each of a series of men stationed at specific places along a post road, with responsibility for relaying letters and dispatches of the monarch, and later others, along the route. Verb, to travel with relays of horses. To travel by post horses. Originally as a courier. Noun, an assigned station. A guard post. Verb, to enter. A name. On a list. As for service, promotion, etc. Noun, a post-mortem. Investigation of body's cause of death. Dine. Noun, dinner time. Verb, to eat dinner or supper. Rule. Noun, a regulation, law, guideline. Cooked. Verb, to prepare food for eating by heating it, often by combining it with other ingredients. Verb, to make the noise of the cuckoo. Verb, to throw. Adjective, of food that has been prepared by cooking. Oyster. Noun, any of certain marine bivalve mollusks, especially those of the family Ostriidae. The true oysters, usually found adhering to rocks or other fixed objects in shallow water along the seacoasts, or in brackish water in the mouth of rivers. Verb, to fish for oysters. Adjective, of a pale beige color tinted with gray or pink, like that of an oyster. English. Noun, spinning or rotary motion given to a ball around the vertical axis, as in billiards or bowling. Closely. Adverb, in a close manner. Executions. Noun, the act, manner or style of executing, actions, maneuvers, performances. Pepperoni. Noun, a spicy salami-style Italian-American sausage. Inconsistent. Adjective, not consistent. Rule. Noun, a regulation, law, guideline. Fall on. Verb, to experience, to suffer, to fall upon. Documentaries. Noun, a film, TV program, publication, etc., which presents a social, political, scientific or historical subject in a factual or informative manner. Leave out. Verb, to omit, to not include, to neglect to mention. Sailor. Noun, a person in the business of navigating ships or other vessels. Session. Noun, an informal gathering of musicians to play music, especially improvised jazz or a similar genre. Noun, a period devoted to a particular activity, e.g. the annual or semi-annual periods of a legislative body, that together comprise the legislative term, whose individual meetings are also called sessions. Verb, to hold or participate in a jam session with other musicians. Everyone. Pronoun, every person. Became. Verb, to arrive, come, to a place. Determines. Verb, to set the boundaries or limits of. Reasons. Noun, a cause. Verb, to deduce or come to a conclusion by being rational. Nail. Noun, the thin, horny plate at the ends of fingers and toes on humans and some other animals. Boolean. Noun, a variable that can hold a single true, false, 1/0 value. Adjective, of or pertaining to the work of George Boole. Prisoner. Noun, a person incarcerated in a prison, while on trial or serving a sentence. Sharp. Noun, the symbol sharp, placed after the name of a note in the key signature or before a note on the staff to indicate that the note is to be played a semitone higher. Verb, to raise the pitch of a note half a step, making a natural note a sharp. Adjective, terminating in a point or edge, especially one that can cut easily, not obtuse or rounded. Adverb, to a point or edge, piercingly, eagerly, sharply. Barrels. Noun, a round vessel or cask, of greater length than breadth, and bulging in the middle, made of staves bound with hoops, and having flat ends or heads, sometimes applied to a similar cylindrical container made of metal, usually called a drum. Verb, to put or to pack in a barrel or barrels. Son. Noun, one's male offspring. Sizing. Verb, to adjust the size of, to make a certain size. Verb, to apply glue or other primer to a surface which is to be painted. Noun, a gelatinous glue for glazing or sizing canvas, paper, plaster or wood, often made from animal skins. Everywhere. Adverb, in or to all locations under discussion. Norm. Noun, that which is normal or typical. Grandmother. Noun, a mother of someone's parent. Overwhelmed. Verb, to engulf, surge over and submerge. Account. Noun, a registry of pecuniary transactions. A written or printed statement of business dealings or debts and credits. And also of other things subjected to a reckoning or review. Proving. Verb, to proofread. Verb, to demonstrate that something is true or viable. To give proof for. Session. Noun, an informal gathering of musicians to play music, especially improvised jazz or a similar genre. Noun, a period devoted to a particular activity, e.g. the annual or semi-annual periods of a legislative body, that together comprise the legislative term, whose individual meetings are also called sessions. Verb, to hold or participate in a jam session with other musicians. Desperately. Adverb, in a desperate manner, without regard to danger or safety, recklessly. Extinguishing. Verb, to put out, as in fire, to end burning, to quench. Question. Noun, a sentence, phrase or word which asks for information, reply or response. An interrogative. Verb, to ask questions about, to interrogate, to inquire for information. Measurement. Noun, the act of measuring. Document. Noun, an original or official paper used as the basis, proof, or support of anything else, including any writing, book, or other instrument conveying information pertinent to such proof or support. Verb, to record in documents. Fitting. Verb, to be suitable for. Verb, to suffer a fit. Noun, a small part, especially a standardized or detachable part of a device or machine. Adjective, ready, appropriate, suitable, or in keeping. Diabetes. Noun, diabetes insipidus, any condition characterized by excessive or incontinent urine, now specifically as caused by impaired production of, or response to, the antidiuretic hormone vasopressin. Sphere. Noun, a regular three-dimensional object in which every cross-section is a circle. The figure described by the revolution of a circle about its diameter. Verb. To place in a sphere. Or among the spheres. To ensphere. Photos. Noun. A photograph. Verb. To take a photograph of. Display. Noun. A show or spectacle. Verb. To show conspicuously. To exhibit. To demonstrate. To manifest. Spouse. Noun. A person in a marriage or marital relationship. Verb. To wed. To espouse. Billing. Verb. To dig, chop, etc. with a bill. Verb. To peck. Verb. To advertise by a bill or public notice. Noun. Amounts billed. Cheered. Verb. To gladden. To make cheerful. Often with up. Disappointment. Noun. A feeling of sadness or frustration when a strongly held expectation is not met. Nose. Noun. A protuberance on the face housing the nostrils, which are used to breathe or smell. Verb. To move cautiously by advancing its front end. Either. Adverb. After a negative. As well. Pronoun. One or other of two people or things. Conjunction. Introduces the first of two, or occasionally more, options or possibilities. The second, or last, of which is introduced by, or. Chestnut. Noun. A tree or shrub of the genus Castanea. Adjective. Of a deep reddish-brown color. Like that of a chestnut. Glance. Noun. A brief or cursory look. Verb. To look briefly, at something. Stepbrother. Noun. The son of one's stepparent who is not the son of either of one's biological parents. Hang. Noun. The way in which something hangs. Verb. To be or remain suspended. Authenticate. Adjective. Of the same origin as claimed. Genuine. Verb. To render authentic. To give authority to. By the proof. Attestation. Or formalities required by law. Or sufficient to entitle to credit. Plaintiff. Noun. A party bringing a suit in civil law against a defendant. Accusers. Instantly. Adverb. At once, without delay. Gingerbread. Noun. A type of cake whose main flavoring is ginger. Riding. Verb. To transport oneself by sitting on and directing a horse. Later also a bicycle, etc. Noun. A path cut through woodland. Picks. Noun. A tool used for digging. A pickaxe. Verb. To grasp and pull with the fingers or fingernails. Register. Noun. A machine that tabulates the amount of sales transactions, makes a permanent and cumulative record of them, and has a drawer in which cash can be kept. Noun. A formal recording of names, events, transactions, etc. Verb. To enter in a register. Flow. Noun. A movement in people or things with a particular way in large numbers or amounts. Verb. To move as a fluid from one position to another. Pocket. Noun. A bag stitched to an item of clothing. Used for carrying small items. Verb. To put something into a pocket. Adjective. Of a size suitable for putting into a pocket. Events. Noun. An occurrence. Something that happens. Verb. To occur. Take place. Verb. To be emitted or breathed out. To evaporate. Binoculars. Noun. A handheld device consisting of a series of lenses and prisms. Used to magnify objects so that they can be better seen from a distance. And looked at through both eyes. Goes. Noun. The act of going. Verb. To move. Presentation. Noun. The act of presenting or something presented. Released. Verb. To let go of. To cease to hold or contain. Verb. To lease again. To grant a new lease of. To let back. Row. Noun. A line of objects, often regularly spaced, such as seats in a theater, vegetable plants in a garden, etc. Daydreams. Noun. A spontaneous and fanciful series of thoughts while awake not connected to immediate reality. Ethic. Noun. a set of principles of right and wrong behavior guiding, or representative of, a specific culture, society, group, or individual. Adjective, moral, relating to morals. Accomplishments. Noun, the act of accomplishing, completion, fulfillment. Florist. Noun, a person who sells flowers. Balance. Noun, a state in which opposing forces harmonize. Equilibrium. Verb, to bring items to an equipoise, as the scales of a balance by adjusting the weights. Qualification. Noun, the act or process of qualifying for a position, achievement, etc. Researching. Verb, to search or examine with continued care. To seek diligently. Noun, the act of carrying out research. Eaten. Verb, to ingest, to be ingested. Adjective, especially in combination, that has been consumed by eating. Fence. Noun, a thin artificial barrier that separates two pieces of land or a house perimeter. Verb, to enclose, contain or separate by building fence. Gentleman. Noun, a man of gentle but not noble birth, particularly a man of means. Originally ownership of property, who does not work for a living but has no official status in a peerage. An armiferous man ranking below a knight. Noun, possessive case of gentleman, belonging to some or all gentlemen. Noun, a lavatory intended for use by men, often including urinals in addition to toilets. Career. Noun, one's calling in life, a person's occupation, one's profession. Verb, to move rapidly straight ahead, especially in an uncontrolled way. Google. Verb, to deliver googlies. Coastal. Adjective, relating to the coast, on or near the coast, as a coastal town, a coastal breeze. Analogy. Noun, a relationship of resemblance or equivalence between two situations, people, or objects, especially when used as a basis for explanation or extrapolation. Spectacular. Noun, a spectacular display. Adjective, amazing or worthy of special notice. Aware. Adjective, vigilant or on one's guard against danger or difficulty. Rot. Noun, the process of becoming rotten. Putrefaction. Verb, to suffer decomposition due to biological action, especially by fungi or bacteria. Adults. Noun, a fully grown human or animal. Owning. Verb, to have rightful possession of property, goods or capital, to have legal title to. Verb, to grant, give. Concert. Noun, agreement in a design or plan. Union formed by mutual communication of opinions and views. Accordance in a scheme. Harmony. Simultaneous action. Verb, to plan together. To settle or adjust by conference. Agreement, or consultation. Promotion. Noun, an advancement in rank or position. Expenses. Noun, a spending or consuming, often a disbursement of funds. Verb, to charge a cost against an expense account. To bill something to the company for which one works. Replacement. Noun, a person or thing that takes the place of another, a substitute. Cotton. Noun, Gossypium, a genus of plant used as a source of cotton fiber. Verb, to provide with cotton. Adjective, made of cotton. Developer. Noun, a person or entity engaged in the creation or improvement of certain classes of products. Publicist. Noun, a person whose job is to publicize information or events. A publicity agent, a public relations agent or worker. Journeyman. Noun, a tradesman who has served an apprenticeship and is employed by a master tradesman. Belief. Noun, mental acceptance of a claim as true. Formatted. Verb, to create or edit the layout of a document. Adjective, that has been given a definite format. Cubes. Noun, a regular polyhedron having 6 identical square faces. Verb, to raise to the third power. to determine the result of multiplying by itself twice. Noun. A cubicle, especially one of those found in offices. Proverb. Noun. A phrase expressing a basic truth which may be applied to common situations. Verb. To write or utter proverbs. Lettuce. Noun. An edible plant, Lactuca sativa and its close relatives, having a head of green and or purple leaves. Email. Noun. A system for transferring messages from one computer to another, usually through a network. Verb. To send an email or emails to. Produce. Verb. To yield, make or manufacture, to generate. Graphic. Noun. A drawing or picture. Adjective. Drawn, pictorial. Preference. Noun. The selection of one thing or person over others, with the main adposition being for in relation to the thing or person, but possibly also of. Verb. To give preferential treatment to give a preference to. Napkin. Noun. A serviette, usually rectangular, piece of cloth or paper used at the table for wiping the mouth and hands for cleanliness while eating. Also. Adverb. Focus, in addition, besides, as well, further, to. Precautions. Noun. Previous caution or care. Caution previously employed to prevent misfortune or to secure good. Floor. Noun. The interior bottom or surface of a house or building. The supporting surface of a room. Verb. To cover or furnish with a floor. Imagined. Verb. To form a mental image of something. To envision or create something in one's mind. Adjective. Conceived or envisioned in the mind. Insertion. Noun. The act of inserting, or something inserted. Indices. Noun. An alphabetical listing of items and their location. Moisture. Noun. That which moistens or makes damp or wet, exuding fluid, liquid in small quantity. Hormone. Noun. Any substance produced by one tissue and conveyed by the bloodstream to another to effect physiological activity. Verb. To treat with hormones. Constituent. Noun. A part, or component of a whole. Adjective. Being a part, or component of a whole. Machine. Noun. A device that directs and controls energy, often in the form of movement or electricity, to produce a certain effect. Verb. To make by machinery. Fried. Adjective. Cook by frying. Verb. A method of cooking food. Channel. Noun. The physical confine of a river or slough, consisting of a bed and banks. Regret. Noun. Emotional pain on account of something done or experienced in the past, with a wish that it had been different. A looking back with dissatisfaction or with longing. Verb. To feel sorry about. A thing that has or has not happened. After think. To wish that a thing had not happened, that something else had happened instead. Nose. Noun. A protuberance on the face housing the nostrils, which are used to breathe or smell. Verb. To move cautiously by advancing its front end. Side. Noun. A bounding straight edge of a two-dimensional shape. Verb. To ally oneself. Be in an alliance, usually with, or rarely in with. Adjective. Being on the left or right, or toward the left or right. Lateral. Fairness. Noun. The property of being fair or equitable. Fugitive. Noun. A person who flees or escapes and travels secretly from place to place, and sometimes using disguises and aliases to conceal his/her identity, as to avoid law authorities in order to avoid an arrest or prosecution, or to avoid some other unwanted situation. Adjective. Fleeing or running away. Claim. Noun. A demand of ownership made for something. Verb. To demand ownership of. Imply. Verb. Of a proposition. To have as a necessary consequence. Establishment. Noun. The act of establishing, a ratifying or ordaining, settlement, confirmation. Gifted. Verb. to give as a gift or donation. Adjective, endowed with special, in particular intellectual, abilities. Primitive, noun, an original or primary word, a word not derived from another, as opposed to derivative. Adjective, of or pertaining to the beginning or origin, or to early times. Original, primordial, primeval, first. Advise, verb, to give advice to offer an opinion to, as worthy or expedient to be followed. Documentation, noun, something transposed from a thought to a document, the written account of an idea. Considered, verb, to think about seriously. Adjective, having been carefully thought out. Clean, noun, removal of dirt. Verb, to remove dirt from a place or object. Adjective, heading, physical, free of dirt or impurities or protuberances. Adverb, fully and completely. Constants, noun, that which is permanent or invariable. Beg, noun, the act of begging, an imploring request. Verb, to request the help of someone, often in the form of money. Status, noun, a person's condition, position or standing relative to that of others. Pliers, noun, a pincer-like gripping tool that multiplies the strength of the user's hand. Often used for bending things. Exact, verb, to demand and enforce the payment or performance of, sometimes in a forcible or imperious way. Adjective, precisely agreeing with a standard, a fact, or the truth, perfectly conforming, neither exceeding nor falling short in any respect. Adverb, exactly. Arrive, verb, to reach, to get to a certain place. Jester, noun, one who jests, jokes or teases. Prefix, noun, something placed before another. Verb, to determine beforehand, to set in advance. Redemption, noun, the act of redeeming or something redeemed. Mole, noun, a pigmented spot on the skin, a nevus, slightly raised, and sometimes hairy. Designing, verb, to plan and carry out. A picture, work of art, construction etc. Noun, a process of design. Adjective, artful, scheming, congenital. Adjective, of a trait or a disease, present since birth. Activity, noun, the state or quality of being active, activeness. Emigrated, verb, to leave the country in which one lives, especially one's native country, in order to reside elsewhere. Come back, verb, to return to a place. Farm, noun, a place where agricultural and similar activities take place, especially the growing of crops or the raising of livestock. Verb, to work on a farm, especially in the growing and harvesting of crops. Fighting, verb, to contend in physical conflict, either singly or in war, battle etc. Adjective, engaged in war or other conflict. Reasonable, adjective, having the faculty of reason, rational, reasoning. Majority, noun, more than half, 50%, of some group. Online, verb, to bring, a system, etc. Online, to promote to an active or running state. Adjective, of a system, connected, generally electrically, to a larger network. Adverb, while online, while in a running or active state, are connected to the internet. Kicking, verb, to strike or hit with the foot or other extremity of the leg. Verb, to die. Noun, the action of the verb to kick. Adjective, terrific, great, of clothes, smart, fashionable. Creative, noun, a person directly involved in a creative marketing process. Adjective, tending to create things, or having the ability to create, often, excellently, in a novel fashion, or any or all of these. Disadvantage, noun, a weakness or undesirable characteristic. A con, verb, to place at a disadvantage. Horse, noun, Any of several animals related to Equus ferus caballus. Built. Verb. To form something by combining materials or parts. Noun. Shape. Build. Form of structure. Adjective. Well built. Muscular or toned. Efficiency. Noun. The extent to which time is well used for the intended task. Consider. Verb. To think about seriously. Run over. Verb. To exceed the allotted time. Juicer. Noun. A manual or electrical device used for rendering the juice of fruits or vegetables. Concern. Noun. That which affects one's welfare or happiness. A matter of interest to someone. The adposition before the matter of interest is usually over. About or for. Verb. To relate or belong to. To have reference to or connection with. To affect the interest of. To be of importance to. Characters. Noun. A being involved in the action of a story. Fascinating. Verb. To evoke an intense interest or attraction in someone. Adjective. Having interesting qualities. Captivating. Attractive. Oiled. Verb. To lubricate with oil. Adjective. Covered in, or supplied with, oil. Cheat. Verb. To violate rules in order to gain advantage from a situation. Grand. Noun. Plural, grand. 1,000 of some unit of currency, such as dollars or pounds. Compare G. Adjective. Of a large size or extent. Great. Fortunately. Adverb. In a fortunate manner. Curriculum. Noun. The set of courses, coursework, and their content, offered at a school or university. Divide. Noun. A thing that divides. Verb. To split or separate something into two or more parts. Flood. Noun. A. Usually disastrous. Overflow of water from a lake or other body of water due to excessive rainfall or other input of water. Verb. To overflow, as by water from excessive rainfall. Enemy. Noun. Someone who is hostile to, feels hatred towards, opposes the interests of, or intends injury to someone else. Verb. To make an enemy of. Adjective. Of. Relating to, or belonging to an enemy. Directorate. Noun. An agency headed by a director, usually a subdivision of a major government department. Application. Noun. The act of applying or laying on, in a literal sense. Patient. Noun. A person or animal who receives treatment from a doctor or other medically educated person. Adjective. Of a person, willing to wait if necessary. Not losing one's temper while waiting. Adult. Noun. A fully grown human or animal. Verb. To. Cause to. Be or become an adult. Adjective. Fully grown. History. Noun. The aggregate of past events. Verb. To narrate or record. Presentation. Noun. The act of presenting, or something presented. Performance. Noun. The act of performing, carrying into execution or action. Execution. Achievement. Accomplishment. Representation by action. Locked. Verb. To become fastened in place. Adjective. Having undergone locking. Secured by a lock. Length. Noun. The distance measured along the longest dimension of an object. Verb. To lengthen. Chronological. Adjective. Relating to time, or units of time. Son. Noun. One's male offspring. Attention. Noun. Mental focus. Interjection. Used as a command to bring soldiers to the attention position. Rivalry. Noun. An ongoing relationship between, usually two, rivals who compete for superiority. Changed. Verb. To become something different. Odds. Noun. Diminutive. An odd number. Noun. The ratio of the probability of an event happening to that of it not happening. Midday. Noun. Noon. 12 o'clock during the day. Reply. Noun. A written or spoken response. Part of a conversation. Verb. To give a written or spoken response. especially to a question, request, accusation or criticism. To answer. Kinds. Noun. A type, race or category. A group of entities that have common characteristics such that they may be grouped together. Founded. Verb. To start. An institution or organization. Verb. To melt, especially of metal in an industrial setting. Adjective. Having a basis. Links. Noun. Some text or a graphic in an electronic document that can be activated to display another document. Or trigger an action. Noun. A connection between places, people, events, things, or ideas. Verb. To connect two or more things. Noun. A torch. Used to light dark streets. Verb. To skip or trip along smartly. To go quickly. Call off. Verb. To recall. To cancel or call a halt to. Referee. Noun. An umpire or judge. An official who makes sure the rules are followed during a game. Verb. To act as a referee. Pocket knife. Noun. A knife with blades or tools that the user can fold or retract into its handle. And of a size small enough for carrying safely and handily in a pocket. Since the late 19th century, the term penknife has not been distinct from pocket knife. But the latter tends to refer to larger and more robust versions. Sometimes with more attached tools. Suited to heavier duty for casual or ad hoc applications outdoors or in workshops. Judgment. Noun. The act of judging. Roast. Noun. A cut of meat suited to roasting. Verb. To cook food by heating in an oven or over a fire without covering. Resulting in a crisp, possibly even slightly charred appearance. Adjective. Having been cooked by roasting. Processed. Verb. To perform a particular process on a thing. Verb. To walk in a procession. Adjective. That has completed a required process. Source. Noun. The person, place or thing from which something, information, goods, etc., comes or is acquired. Verb. To obtain or procure, used especially of a business resource. Horseman. Noun. A man who rides a horse. Scanning. Verb. To examine sequentially, carefully, or critically. To scrutinize. To behold closely. Noun. The act of something being scanned. Distributed. Verb. To divide into portions and dispense. Investigate. Verb. To inquire into or study in order to ascertain facts or information. Infrared. Noun. Electromagnetic radiation of a wavelength longer than visible light, but shorter than microwave radiation. Having a wavelength between 700 nanometers and 1 millimeter. Adjective. Having the wavelength in the infrared. Chic. Noun. Good form. Style. Adjective. Elegant, stylish. Clears. Verb. To remove obstructions, impediments or other unwanted items from. Noun. A relatively strong, coarse flour that has only been sifted once. Flexible. Noun. Something that is flexible. Adjective. Capable of being flexed or bent without breaking. Able to be turned or twisted without breaking. Star. Noun. Any small luminous dot appearing in the cloudless portion of the night sky. Especially with a fixed location relative to other such dots. Verb. To appear as a featured performer or headliner. Especially in an entertainment program. Dishonest. Adjective. Not honest. Completely. Adverb. Manner, in a complete manner. Handful. Noun. The amount that a hand will grasp or contain. Drops. Noun. A small quantity of liquid. Just large enough to hold its own round shape via surface tension. Especially one that falls from a source of liquid. Verb. To fall in droplets. Of a liquid. Debugging. Verb. To search for and eliminate malfunctioning elements or errors in something. Especially a computer program or machinery. Noun. The process of finding and resolving bugs or defects that prevent correct operation of computer, software or a system. Atomic. Noun. An atomic operation. Adjective. Of or relating to atoms. Composed of atoms. Monatomic. Proposal. Noun. Something which is proposed, or offered for consideration or acceptance. Devoid. Verb. To empty out, to remove. Adjective. Empty. Having none of, completely without. Cholesterol. Noun. A sterile lipid synthesized by the liver and transported in the bloodstream to the membranes of all animal cells. It plays a central role in many biochemical processes and, as a lipoprotein that coats the walls of blood vessels, is associated with cardiovascular disease. Blizzard. Noun. A large snowstorm accompanied by strong winds and greatly reduced visibility caused by blowing snow. Verb. Of snow. To fall in windy conditions. Hard-working. Adjective. Of a person, taking their work seriously and doing it well and rapidly. Interest. Noun. The price paid for obtaining, or price received for providing, money or goods in a credit transaction, calculated as a fraction of the amount or value of what was borrowed. Verb. To engage the attention of, to awaken interest in, to excite emotion or passion in behalf of a person or thing. Hair. Noun. A pigmented filament of keratin which grows from a follicle on the skin of humans and other mammals. Verb. To remove the hair from. Spawn. Verb. To produce or deposit eggs in water. Rifle. Noun. A shouldered firearm with a long, rifled barrel to improve range and accuracy. Verb. To quickly search through many items, such as papers, the contents of a drawer, a pile of clothing. See also riffle http verbmall.blogspot.com/2008/05/riffle-or-rifle.html. Lucky. Adjective. Of people, favored by luck. Fortunate. Having good success or good fortune. Disciplined. Verb. To train someone by instruction and practice. Adjective. Possessing mental discipline. Abroad. Noun. Countries or lands abroad. Adverb. Beyond the bounds of a country. In foreign countries. Preposition. Throughout. Over. Grams. Noun. A photograph or video shared on this service. Noun. A unit of mass equal to 1/1000th of a kilogram. Symbol. G. Noun. Grandmother. Lumbering. Noun. The act of one who lumbers. Heavy, clumsy movement. Adjective. Clumsy or awkward. Instructions. Noun. The act of instructing, teaching, or furnishing with information or knowledge. Reachable. Noun. Someone or something that can be reached. Adjective. Within easy reach, accessible. Relating. Verb. To tell in a descriptive way. Noun. The act of relating, or forming or identifying relationships. Relation. Close. Noun. An end or conclusion. Verb. Physical. To remove a gap. Formal. Noun. Formalin. Adjective. Being in accord with established forms. Case. Noun. An actual event, situation, or fact. Verb. To propose hypothetical cases. Freeze. Verb. Especially of a liquid, to become solid due to low temperature. Copied. Verb. To produce an object identical to a given object. Handle. Noun. The part of an object which is designed to be held in the hand when used or moved. Curry. Noun. One of a family of dishes originating from South Asian cuisine, flavored by a spiced sauce. Verb. To cook or season with curry powder. Expressions. Noun. The action of expressing thoughts, ideas, feelings, etc. Philosopher. Noun. A lover of wisdom. Firefighter. Noun. A person who puts out fires. Archive. Noun. A place for storing earlier, and often historical, material. An archive usually contains documents, letters, records, newspapers, etc., or other types of media kept for historical interest. Verb. To put into an archive. Hour. Noun. A time period of 60 minutes, 1/24 of a day. Invitation. Noun. The act of inviting. Solicitation. The requesting of a person's company. Cream. Noun. The butterfat, milk-fat part of milk which rises to the top. This part when separated from the remainder. Verb. To puree. To blend with a liquefying process. Adjective. Cream-colored. Having a yellowish-white color.